I don't know if you saw this. You absolutely saw this. Kim Kardashian is a part of the relaunch. People thought it was a launch. It's a relaunch of Update. Update is a caffeine-free energy drink.
No such thing, Jack. You got to have caffeine.
I read that. I was like, what?
I know. We posted about it, and I was still confused.
I had no idea. No clue.
I had to Google it.
I know.
There's a chemical.
Paraxanthine or something.
Yeah. Chrysanthemime.
But they did this launch. You got Kim Kardashian behind it. When I saw it, I was initially like, oh God, yes, another Kardashian, another wellness, another celebrity CPG item. Yeah. But it's a big conversation in like the wellness category. So we're not experts on it.
No, we are not.
But who is?
Nate Rosen, the founder of Express Checkout. It basically has an amazing following, and on his socials and channels, built quite the community around CPG and retail and the branding in that space. So we're not going to talk about it. We're going to have him come in.
And he's great. Nobody knows CPG, nobody knows branding in that space more than Nate. He's coming on. He also just launched a podcast, Brand's Biggest Fan. I recommend everyone go check it out. His first episode is with Ben Goodwin, who's the co-founder of Olipop. Enough of that. Let's talk about Update. Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. Let's talk about CPG. Let's kick it over to Nate Rosen.
And now on to talk more, our resident retail and CPG brand expert, Nate Rosen, founder of Express Checkout. Nate Rosen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Let's get into it. Kim K, what we needed, I was thinking about this the other night as I was falling asleep. I need Kim K. Look at that. Nate got the packaging already.
I'm always ready.
I needed a caffeine-free energy drink from Kim K, and my prayers have been answered. Nate, thoughts on the launch? Thoughts on this new product Update? It's a clean energy drink, as the kids would say.
It's a clean energy drink. I think the launch went pretty well. It seemed that a lot of people were interested in this. Obviously, it's another celebrity brand. It's famously a Kardashian brand, and people definitely have opinions. I made a few videos about it and got some interesting comments, but across the board, it seems like people are interested and excited for this. This is technically a relaunch. The brand was founded in 2022. Kim discovered the brand in 2023 and has been in talks with the brand for a while. I actually think to launch a brand like this, which has a unique ingredient, paraxanthine. I had to look up how to pronounce it. I literally Googled one of those YouTube videos, how to pronounce paraxanthine, because it's an X, not a Z. So it's a compound that your body apparently metabolizes or creates when you metabolize caffeine. So you get a similar effect, apparently. I've had it for many years now. I was looking at my camera roll. I had it back in 2023. I feel like I get a similar kick to it, and I am a caffeine aficionado. I love a 200 milligram plus energy drink. I love a C4. I love a Bloom Nutrition. I love an Alani Nu. I love a cold brew, a nitro brew, whatever you got. I'm a big fan of caffeine, and I feel like this is just as effective.
So when it comes to this brand and you said this was a relaunch, what are both sides saying? Those that are for it, maybe that don't like it. What can we tell from the public sentiment around Kim Kardashian's new energy drink launch?
So one of the sentiments against it that I've seen is, one, we don't need another energy drink brand. And and while there are a lot of energy drink brands, there is a reason that there are more energy drink brands coming onto the market. One, people are trying to get away from coffee. They want different forms of caffeine. They want different levels of caffeine. That's why V8 Energy does so well. That's like a 90 to 80 milligram amount of caffeine. I think this one will be picked up because it technically doesn't have caffeine. But I'm friends with a beverage expert, and he told us for a previous newsletter we wrote about the boom of energy, is that energy is having its craft beer moment. So new energy drink brands like Lucky, like Bloom Nutrition, they're filling a structural gap in distributor portfolios that have been filled by high velocity brands and dominated by these big brands that have limited flexibility on pricing, on placement, on innovation, on branding. So distributors often carried volume, like a Monster, like a Red Bull, but didn't always have a lot of variety. And now there's a lot of variety coming into the space, like Update and all these other all these other energy drink brands that from a distributor standpoint, they won. From a consumer standpoint, I think they wanted too. A lot of energy drink brands were really speaking to men mostly, and Celsius and Alani Nu, Bloom Nutrition, Alex Earl and Alex Cooper's energy drink, and now Kim Kardashian's. I think some of the quote unquote haters are also, I've seen like anti-billionaire comments because it's another Kardashian brand. People are sort of fed up with a lot of these celebrity brands as well. I think some people are a little bit confused about like the relaunch side of it. Because it's kind of being positioned as a net new brand, but it has been around for a while. People have tried it, but effectively it is kind of a new brand. But this happens a lot in the CPG world. Is you just don't see it a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, for like the general public, it's probably going to feel new. And you know, if I'm working at Update and you find out that Kim K is like interested, what a moment. Because like what you're saying, Nate, you know, the biggest part of all this is just getting the distribution, and they start out now with this relaunch, 4,000 Walmart stores, probably literally just because of the fact that it's Kim K's putting her name on it. And so you just, I mean, that feels like the biggest part of it is just getting on the store shelves. And then from there, you're like, as a consumer, you're like, okay, I'll try this. And then all of a sudden the flywheel starts going. I feel like if you're Update, Nate, are they just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is unreal?
I hope so. I think they are. I'm friendly with the founder, and he seems very excited and very happy about this. I think what I'm curious to see how they do is how they leverage Kim going forward and what they leverage her for. Obviously, her title is co-founder. She won't be doing too much of the day-to-day operations of the business. That is totally fine. She is she is a brand operator. She has a brand and has been involved in other energy drink brands before. But with a lot of celebrity brands, they're usually not the core operator of the business. They're leveraged in different ways, whether it's from press, whether it's from all the promotions, usually a marketing standpoint. But I'm very curious to see how involved she is in a year's time. Because there's a lot of celebrity brands that start, they say we have a celebrity co-founder, and then you never hear from them again. They don't use the product daily. They don't share it with their friends who they're close to. It's kind of a waste of that celebrity. If you're going to give them equity and going to get them involved in the brand and make a big splashy moment of it, make sure they're involved. And there are now much more, there are better celebrity brands now than I think there were in the past. Even in the past like 2 years. Like I think Bureau does a really good job at this, which is Tom Holland's brand. I think Ao Mayo, who has Molly Baz, who's maybe not a Hollywood celebrity, but she is a very well-known chef. She was on Bon Appetit. I think there are, and Ben Stiller's soda brand, Stiller's. He does a very good job as well, where he's the right amount of involved. Like Kodiak Cakes announced, I think a few years ago, that Zac Efron was going to be the chief brand officer, chief creative officer of Kodiak Cakes. Great, that makes sense. He's jacked. They sell protein pancakes. Beautiful pairing. Never heard from him again.
Yeah, that's a classic. I love that. I love that move when someone gets named the creative director. It's the best.
Lady Gaga, Polaroid.
Lady Gaga, creative director, Polaroid. That it's so fascinating. No, that's amazing, and I think, like you're just seeing more of this. Just the celebrities owning. They're not like doing brand partnerships. Once you get to a certain level of fame, you start just owning the brands that you want to partner with, which is fascinating.
And it seems like the celebrities now are entering brands or buying brands or getting involved with brands that are in the health and wellness space. Because we saw the wave, and I'm sure there's still the wave of tequila brands, celebrities starting their own brands all the time. Like that's probably still going on in the background, but it's interesting to see the move into health and wellness. Do you notice that trend in the broader CPG landscape of what you're covering?
Oh, I mean, wellness is everything. Wellness has infiltrated every category. The retailers are betting big on wellness. They're expanding their assortments. They're building whole sections of the store that are dedicated to wellness. I mean, Ulta beauty and skincare. They have a whole wellness section. They're selling Bloom energy drinks and considering that wellness. They're selling silk pillowcases, considering that wellness. So wellness has expanded beyond just supplements. It's wellness of body. It's wellness of skin. It's wellness of mind. It's everything under the sun. I think, especially from the celebrity brand side, and just the brand side in general, wellness is so cool because it tends to be habitual. Usually the products are around a habit, something you have multiple times a day, multiple times a week, multiple times within a morning. And that is a very favorable type of product for anybody running a brand. You want a habitual product. You want these repeat purchases.
Yeah, it's sticky. It's sticky. I mean, listen, I'm
very
getting a
cynical.
coffee every day. I get a coffee every day. That's my wellness.
You're addicted.
I'm addicted.
You're
I'm addicted.
That's the
Sorry. There's worse things to be addicted to. Right,
Yeah.
Nate?
Right? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm addicted to candy,
listen.
honestly.
Hey, nothing worse. Nothing better than a nice Skittles. But Nate Rosen, appreciate you. Our CPG correspondent, recurring guest, possibly?
I would love to.
Yes.
Be honored.
Nate, thank you.
Thank you so much, Nate.
Thanks, guys.